Hi, babe. Are you ready to have another good chit chat? I hope you are because I'm ready to tell you everything that you need to know in order to be a master in the bedroom. But before we get started, as always, babe, hold on, let me move the camera. As always, babe, make sure you stick around for the entire video. If you love and support me as much as you say you do, I need you to do that. It's free. And that is because the longer you stick around, the more I make. And the more I make, I can pay my bills and have a roof over my head. Okay? Deal? If you made it this far, put some fire sign emoji so I know that you have made it through the first 60 seconds. Also, babe, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so how to be a master in the bedroom. First and foremost, as women, we don't like to break your ego. Okay, so we're gonna tell you whatever we feel like you need to know, whatever you need to hear. Okay, but honestly, honestly, babe, I think a lot of you guys could use some work. So that's why I'm here. I'm gonna teach you everything so that you can make your lady friend, your girlfriend, your wife go crazy for you. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay? So, number one, I wrote everything down so I don't forget anything. Number one, it's all about communication, okay? When you first start dating your lady, or if you and your lady have been together for a while, or whatever, make it an open space to talk about what you like, what you don't like. Because the last thing you want to do is do something that she doesn't really like. But you won't know if she doesn't like it if you don't talk about it, okay? Stop thinking you're an expert, because 9 times out of 10, you're probably not. I'm just going to be honest with you. 9 times out of 10, you're probably not. And she's not going to tell you either. Like, I promise she's not going to tell you. She might tell her friends later, but she's not going to tell you. Because you guys have very big egos, and once it's broken, it's like you get very, very insecure. Okay, so the best way to avoid doing things that she doesn't like is to be open and honest and let her feel comfortable telling you what she likes and what she doesn't like. Okay, so for instance, for me, I need foreplay. Okay, sometimes we can just do bang, 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 right? But for the most part, babe, I need some foreplay. Like, women, we're like, what's the word? I'm trying to think of like a good, see, like you guys, y'all just go. You, as long as you're, you know what, we're using code words here. As long as you're, you're ready. Whereas women, we need to be like, you know, like we gotta be ready mentally and physically. So if we're not ready mentally or physically, let's just say the ocean's not going to be as wet as it would be if she was ready. Okay, so in order to have the best experience, you got to make sure she's, you know. So do things that turn her on. Okay, so for me, I like to be touched. I like to be kissed on my neck. I like to be kissed on my lips. You know, like rub my glutes, rub my thighs. You know what I mean? Be gentle. And one of the biggest things I can say that makes it good or bad is if I like you or not. I'm just gonna be honest. If we have a mental connection, it's gonna be so much better than if we don't. I think that's for all women. So if it's not good, it's probably because she doesn't really like you that much. I'm just gonna be real. Or you have done something to piss her off, so she's just like really not into you at this moment in time. That happens too. She might love you, like if it's your wife or your girlfriend, she might love you, but maybe you have just been not behaving lately. You've been, you know, you just haven't been the best man. Okay, so mentally over time, she might start off like being goo goo gaga for you, like hard eyes, just like in love with everything you say. But the more BS that you do over time, it just goes to sub-zero. Okay, so when it gets to sub-zero, it's probably not the best, and she's probably waiting for you to finish so she can go to sleep. So in order to avoid that, make sure you have a mental connection as well. That's gonna make everything wet. And that's what you need to have good, you know what? Okay. So talk about what you like, what you don't like, and listen. We talked about this the other day. You have to listen, babe. I know you're a man and listening is not always your strongest point, but if you really want to win her in the bedroom, you have got to turn on your listening ears and you have to try really hard to remember what she says. Even if she goes around the mulberry bush and doesn't get to the point, you still have to do your best to listen. The best way to know if you know how to listen and that you're understanding what she says is repeat stuff back. So if she says she doesn't like a certain thing, then say, okay, so what you're saying is you don't like blank. Okay? But make sure you're listening to her and make sure you're giving eye contact. Don't be looking everywhere else but her eyes. Like really be engaged with what she's saying and remember it. Because some of y'all don't have good memories either. Listen, engage, and remember. But that's number one. Have communication. Okay? I hope you're taking notes because this is going to really step your game up. Number two. Oh, we talked about this a little bit. Foreplay. Like I said, babe, men, once you're and you're ready. Women, not so much. Okay. So foreplay, honestly, foreplay starts before you guys are even together. Yes, babe. Foreplay does not just start once you guys are together. Foreplay starts through texting and talking on the phone, her being into you. Okay, so if you're taking her out and treating her like a lady and respecting her and just being the best man ever, the foreplay is already going, okay, because she's ready to give it up. I'm telling you, she is ready for you, okay, because you're just really making her feel special. You're making her feel like she's the only one. You're just really doing what you need to do, okay? So by doing that, by being that alpha man that we've talked about that women love, you're already setting yourself up for some phenomenal experiences. Seriously, babe, you really are. Like, you are already going to be ranked top dog just by you popping up with flowers, surprising her on a little dinner date, texting her and asking her how her day is going, calling her on the phone. I'm being serious. You're already setting it up because mentally, we talked about this. Women, we're more mental creatures. Men are physical. Women are mental. We have to be mentally into you to make this experience great, to be honest. Because if we don't really like you, it's not going to be great. You might still have a good time, but she not. Okay, so set it up days. If you know you're going to spend the night at her house, start setting up the foreplay a week in advance. Talk about how much you can't wait to see her, how you're going to give her the biggest hug. Tell her how pretty she is, babe. Tell her, look at one of her Instagram posts and be like, yeah, I really liked when you was wearing XYZ. You was looking real cute. You know, start setting it up in advance because she's going to be like, ooh. Seriously, she is. Like, I'm telling you. Tell her she's so pretty and you're just so glad that she's even giving you the time of day. Like, yes, babe, you have to set this up days in advance, okay? Because you know that when you get into her spot, it's on and popping, okay? Because you set it up in advance, all right? So other things of foreplay, once you guys are actually together, so she's mentally into you, she's just ready to give you the cats. She's ready to give it to you, babe. She's just ready. So don't just like go right at it unless like she wants to. Ease your way, babe. Take your time, okay? It's not all about rushing, okay? Enjoy the moment. So sit next to her on the couch, play with her hair a little bit, put your arm around her shoulder. Put your arm around her shoulder, get close, but you know, obviously like feel the vibe. If she's still feeling a little standoffish, kind of loosen her up a little bit. You can put your hand on her leg, rub her leg a little bit. Tell her how pretty she is. Tell her you like her place or whatever. Just make it real cool and chill. Turn on a movie. We all know nobody watches movies. So just turn on a movie. You know, just set the mood, babe. Then once the mood is set and you know it's time to go, like start kissing on her. Kiss on her lips a little bit. Kiss on her shoulders, her neck. You know, babe. You know what time it is. Like, but just feel the vibe out And remember, it's not about you. That's the biggest thing, babe. You got to remember, it is not about you. Because what did we say? If the ocean isn't wet, it's just, so you got to make sure she really in it. If you want the best experience ever, babe, like if you really want to put it down, if you really want to be the one she remembers till the day she died, like you got to make sure that she is ready. So you started all this days ago with all your sweet stuff. All right. So now you just got to touch down, but you got to make sure that you are concerned about her too. It's not just about you. Okay. So, kiss on her and then do the things that she says she really like. That's why you got to listen to remember. So you can, now that you in there, now that it's time, you remember what she said. Okay? All right. Foreplay. It's not always, quickies. Quickies are cool from time to time, but if you trying to really, really make her yours, you got to really put it down. All right? So you're going to set all that up days in advance. All right. Number 3, we talked about this, emotional connection. Babe, are you feeding into her, not just physically, but emotionally? Can she call you when she has a problem and you're going to give her the best advice ever? Are you feeding into her spiritually? Are you supporting her? Are you letting her know that you only have eyes for her? Are you calling in to check on her? Are you doing little things to surprise her and let her know that you really care about her? These are all things that are going to build that emotional connection. I'm not sitting here saying you need to be taken advantage of. That's not what I'm saying. But if the energy is right and you can tell she really feeling you, like you gotta put in initiative. Like you gotta be intentional. You gotta make sure that the emotional connection is there. Send her like a funny video off of Instagram or something. Send her something, be like, this reminded me of you, or that time that we did this, or whatever. Like, let her know that you're thinking about her throughout the day. Call her on her lunch break. But you know what? Just pop up on her lunch break and bring her some food. Just surprise her with it. Maybe fill up her gas tank. Just do something. It don't have to be like super expensive, but I'm just saying like, it's the little things that we as women really, really, really appreciate. Okay. And that's what's going to make us forget about anyone else you're talking to, and we're going to be focused on you because you are remembering the small stuff. You are building that emotional connection. You feel me? Okay. Next one. Be present and be focused. So be in the moment. It's not just about you. We already talked about that. Yes, you're going to enjoy yourself too, but just remember you got to make sure she is enjoying herself. All right. Don't be afraid to experiment, especially if you guys have been knocking boots for quite some time. Do some different stuff. Maybe do like some role playing, maybe bring out some toys. I don't know, babe, spice it up. Do something different, like sing a song. I don't know. Maybe switch up locations, maybe get like a hotel room or something for the night. Just make it fun. It's supposed to be fun, it's not supposed to feel like a chore. Because then it's like, what? You know what I mean? You're supposed to make it exciting. Both of y'all are supposed to make it exciting, but you got to do your part too. So make it fun. Next one. Take care of your body. So we have talked about eating right and exercising to boost your testosterone so it ain't going to be no issues when it's time to get on and popping, because we all know that if you not ready, ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing going to happen. So you got to make sure you're ready, babe. So you better be eating right. You better be working out, because we all know these experiences is 90% physical for you as the man, right? You're alpha, you big dog. So, or small dog, whatever. That doesn't matter. But the point I'm making is you doing most of the physical work. So you got to make sure your body is in tip-top condition. I'm not saying you got to have an 8-pack or nothing, but you got to be ready. You got to be ready. Like you got to be ready to take this on, right? You got to be ready to tackle this. So you can't be huffing and puffing, babe, and being all worn out. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be ready. So go on walks, go lift some weights, eat right, eat you a salad or something. Take care of your body. All right. And then last but not least, this one is a big one, especially if you really care about this woman. Aftercare. Cuddle with her. Tell her how amazing it was, how much fun you guys had. And then say, I really liked when you did this. Let her know, like, what did you like the most about the whole experience? You know, like, don't be shy. Like, tell her what you liked. If she did what she needed to do as a woman, let her know, like, yeah, I really liked how you did this. Like, ain't nobody did that before. Like, you know, hype her up a little bit. Let her know, like, you know, she know what she doing down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, make her feel good. Like, praise her. Let her know she's doing a good job. Like, you know, cuddle with her. Have a little pillow talk. Maybe do round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. But, you know, just be present. Make her feel special. Make her feel that you really like her. Because you do. It's not, don't feel like you're not supposed to let her know that you like her, because that's a turn off. We don't like that. Like, we want to know that you like us. So don't be playing no games, trying to act like you don't care. That is so unattractive. Like, that is so unattractive, babe. Don't do that. If you really like her, like, show her that you really like her. Don't be on no reverse psychology bullshit, babe. That's not cute at all. Okay? We're not doing that. So I hope these tips helped you. I hope you took your notes. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, let me know in the comments which pointer you're going to work on the most, okay? And I'll see you in my next video, babe. Bye. Thanks for watching.